Hello little friend and fairy tale lovers. Today, we will listen together to the touching and beautiful love story between Ngưu Lang and Chức Nữ, a legend that has left its mark on the night sky and in the hearts of many generations. Let's follow along and discover this touching tale together. The legend of the Ngưu Lang and the Chức Nữ. In a time long past, in the majestic celestial realm, lived a young, divine cowherd named Ngưu Lang. He was not merely a diligent and skillful keeper of the heavenly herds, but also a soul brimming with romance. He would pour his deepest feelings into the melodies of his flute, enchanting all who listened. The music would drift on the gentle cosmic winds, echoing through clouds of every color of the rainbow, weaving its spell into the very fabric of the heavens, until it reached the loom of the maiden Chức Nữ. Chức Nữ was a graceful fairy tasked with weaving the exquisite celestial silks. Day after day, she sat by the banks of the glittering Milky Way, crafting fabrics as soft as whispers and shimmering with the light of 1,000 moons. From her nimble hands came the vibrant, multi-hued clouds that adorned the sky, stitching the gentle beauty of spring into the mortal world below. One day, as Ngưu Lang's flute played by the silver river of stars, its sweet sound reached Chức Nữ, leaving her utterly captivated. The music was like a soft breeze that stirred her heart, awakening a feeling she had never known. She listened intently, and within those notes, she felt an unmistakable harmony, sometimes playful, sometimes deeply tender, and sometimes like a secret whisper of love meant only for her. The shuttle in her hand began to dance in perfect rhythm with the tune, weaving patterns as if guided by the song itself. One glorious twilight, unable to resist the pull any longer, Chức Nữ set her loom aside and followed the flute's enchanting call. She crossed the arching rainbow clouds until she found Ngưu Lang. Their eyes met across the star-strewn expanse, and in that instant, a pure and powerful love bloomed between their young souls. Ngưu Lang was spellbound by her ethereal grace, while Chức Nữ adored his haunting music and his true, sincere heart. They became inseparable, their days filled with joy. Yet, their deep love soon distracted them from their sacred duties. Ngưu Lang, completely lost in Chức Nữ presence, neglected his herd, allowing the celestial oxen to wander freely across the heavens. Chức Nữ, lost in the melody of his love, wove cloth that grew coarse and dull, losing the radiant beauty it once held. When the wise and powerful Jade Emperor learned of this, he was filled with righteous fury. He believed their love had thrown the order of heaven into chaos, and in his wrath, he decreed they must be separated. Ngưu Lang was to remain on one side of the vast Milky Way, and Chức Nữ on the other, forever divided by the glittering river of stars. From that day forth, they could only gaze at each other from across the immense divide. Their tearful sorrows fell into the silver river, sparkling like priceless jewels in the night sky, and descended upon the human world as gentle summer showers. People, moved by their heart-wrenching plight, called these downpours more now, meaning the weeping rains, and lovingly named the separated lovers Mr. and Mrs. Now. Their devotion, however, never wavered. Though separated by the immense Milky Way, their hearts remained eternally bound, faithful and unyielding. This unwavering love, so pure and true, touched even the stern heart of the Jade Emperor. At last, he relented. He commanded all the magpies of heaven to gather, and together, they formed a magnificent bridge of wings across the river of stars. From that moment on, Ngưu Lang and Chức Nữ were allowed to reunite just once a year on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, a night known as Thất Tịch. Each year, on that special night, if rain falls, people believe it to be their tears of reunion, tears of bittersweet joy mixed with the sorrow of a long year apart. Though they meet only once a year, their love remains as pure and steadfast as the stars themselves. Their story has become an enduring symbol of fidelity and hope, proving that true love can conquer even the vast, star-filled divide of the cosmos. The story in the night sky in Eastern astronomy, two of the brightest stars, Vega, Chức Nữ, and Altair, Ngưu Lang, shine on opposite sides of the Milky Way. They are seen as the cosmic embodiment of this timeless tale. Every summer, when people look up at the night sky, they see these two stars gazing at each other across the celestial river, a poignant and timeless reminder of a love that never fades. Today, the 7th day of the 7th lunar month is celebrated as the Oriental Valentine's Day. Lovers offer prayers for everlasting bonds, while those still searching for love make wishes to find their true companion, much like Ngưu Lang and Chức Nữ found each other. Thank you, little friends and fairy tale lovers, for listening to today's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share to support Tiny Story Cloud in bringing you more beautiful stories. Goodbye, and see you again in the next story.